Name is Miles Brown. My grade is senior or 12th grade, and then
Your events?
my events would be the 400, the 800, and the 1600 per mile. I decided to go out for track in 7th grade. Up until then, I was a competitive soccer player I played club soccer from when I was 6 all the way up through sophomore year of high school. So it was kind of like a half sport for a while for me. In 8th grade, I started club track and I ran, and then that year I broke 2, I think in 158, and won like a national championship at Junior Olympics. And from there I was like, okay, this is interesting, but it still wasn't like my main sport until I would say the 2nd year of high school, where I started to I guess push soccer away and continue like trying to get better at track.
And when you know it, you won a state championship.
Yeah, it was a steep curve right there.
Yeah, maybe a good decision too on your part. So.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, going back to your sophomore year. Everybody knew you were capable of doing some great things, and then states come around and you drop a 151 and win it in a very close race. Talk about though just how that kind of changed things for you, and it seems like everywhere you go, people know what to expect from you now.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I am not a huge fan of like the spotlight or anything, so when people come up to me and they are like, "Hi, Miles," and I'm like, hi. Like it's kind of weird to me that people recognize me and I haven't talked to them ever. But it's cool, like the respect that comes from it. It's a interesting feeling, I would say that for sure.
Any added pressure because of that?
A little bit, but I guess, that's part of the job. It comes with the territory. When you get to the top, there's always people trying to hit from the bottom.
Track aspect. Given all the great names that have, come out of Michigan, and like the mile and 800 and 400, talk about what it means to you to be able to have a chance to cement your name up there with the greats like, Donovan Brazier and Cameron Cooper and guys like that.
Oh yeah, well, Donovan Brazier, he's like, if there was one person I would say, like, a lot of people have a favorite, like, football player, soccer player, basketball star. I would say Donovan Brazier is probably my favorite athlete. He runs the same events as me, he's from the same state as me. He's, I would say, the best person in the world in the 800 right now. So he's like, in a way, an idol to me. Not obviously like, oh my God, I love you, but it's definitely somebody that I would love to break his record and be like, hey, look at me, you're amazing. I did something that you did 5-6 years ago or something. So he's definitely, I think about the people that came ahead of me, and I try and say, I'm gonna be faster than you. Maybe not now, but I will eventually.
Sure.
That's always the goal.
So I guess, how are you feeling at this point, and what are the time expectations for you this year that you've set?
So I want to go sub 148 in the 800, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the state record. That is my goal. Yes. So
why Michigan, and what are your expectations for going there?
So Michigan was, in my eyes, the best combination of athletics and academics that I could get, and it was definitely a relationship that even like sophomore season and then parts of indoor junior season, I saw how the coaches interacted. I got to go to a junior day and see how the team interacted, and it was like a environment of like encouragement and a place where I thought I would like to be, and it's definitely a team that I am happy to join. So from the perspective of what I want to do there, I don't have set goals, but I do want to make it to the top of the NCAA. I think at the start of high school I said I want to be at the top of high school. Now at the end of high school, I say I want to be at the top of the NCAA. Whether that means past that, whether that means national champion, whether that means like breaking records, it's something that I say I have like a large plan, but it's kind of something where I'll pick the data points as it goes on. Like it's a continuous uptick for me, but there's not set destinations that I'm trying to hit right now.